So it's been more than a decade since we last played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the original game. What's it like for you to sort of bring that back to the new video game audience of today?
It's very exciting for me, the fact that we can use the new technology to make the graphics that much better and the motion and a whole new audience. You know, there's a whole new generation of gamers now and ones that maybe never played our first couple games and maybe will play it with their parents.
So how would you say that the sport has evolved in these years since the first game came out?
Well, skating has come a long way just in terms of popularity and recognition. Skating itself evolves. I mean, the tricks keep getting more complicated and more dangerous and bigger and better. And it's just a different time now where skating is more viewed as, I don't want to say acceptable, but is viewed as much more positive light than it was 10 years ago. Parents encourage their kids to skate now. There are legitimate careers to be had in skating, and that just really wasn't the case like 15 years ago.
Would you say that the video game actually helped creating that as well as the sport on separate fronts?
Yeah, I think so. I think that video game introduced a lot of people to skating that maybe weren't interested in it before and inspired them to start, which was not the intent of the game. You know, the game, to me, the first game was to get skaters to appreciate a video game. To me, you know, for my goal, it was to have skaters be interested in playing a game because it represented skating well and maybe inspired them to buy a console to play the game. I didn't think of it the other way, that it would inspire video game people to learn how to skateboard.
No. And perhaps you didn't think that you would be standing here so many years later and having put out so many games and worked on this for so long.
No, not at all. I mean, to be honest, I was really proud of the first game, and if that had been the end of it, I would have been happy. But you know, once we started going with the second, third, fourth sequels, I realized that it really is a franchise, and that we can keep improving it as the consoles improve.
Seems like the series has sort of trying to find new direction over the last few years. Do you feel that this is the perfect time to bring it back to what it was in the beginning?
I think so, yeah, and I think that the fact that these first few games were never released on a high-res console, you know, on HD, the fact that we can explore that and expand on that and get new features in there that, you know, you wish you had back then, absolutely, and I think that there has been an outcry. I mean, we really were listening to the fans. They're like, we really want the older games on the new systems, and so here we are.
All right, and You mentioned briefly about the new features. What is it that players who play the old games should be excited about that's new in the HD version?
Well, some of the characters, and we kept we kept it real for the most part in terms of the locations and the tricks and some of the music. But there will also be some. I can't really give stuff away, but let's just say we are evolving the brand. We're evolving the game.
So where do you think like the Tony Hawk brand is in 10 years in terms of video games? Do you think we're still playing this kind of game, or where do you see the future of Tony Hawk Pro Skating games?
I think that's going to be determined by the console manufacturers and what the direction is of how to play games. You know, will it really be full body control, or will it still be joystick? I'm not sure, but I don't think that, you know, the whole sort of Kinect thing is taking off the way that they had hoped. But still, that would be a lot of fun to explore that as well. But right now, I want to focus on doing this one, and hopefully, if this goes well, to start making more available content from games after that as well, you know, from 3 and 4 and American Wasteland and things.
All right, and build it from there.
And build it from there, yeah. I mean, the fact that this game will only be available for download is something new and exciting to me, because it really means we're utilizing new technology. You know, the fact that you're not going to have a disc that you can buy is totally different, but it's in tune with what the fans want.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thanks.